Alright, in this video I will explain how to balance a chemical equation. And the reason we balance chemical equations is because that's how reactions actually happen, and it shows the equation obeying the law of conservation of matter. We aren't creating or destroying matter, basically. So the goal when balancing a chemical equation is to have the number of atoms of each type of element be the same on both sides of the reaction, or both sides of the arrow. So what that means, we have two H's over here, so we need two H's over here. We have two O's over here, so we need two O's over there. And you are done when it is the same. If it's not the same, you're not done. So this really is trial and error, and it is a bit of a logic puzzle for those of you who like logic. So you do this by adding coefficients out front. Those are the big numbers that we write out front. We never, ever, 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 ever change subscripts when you're balancing a chemical equation. So let's look at this. I recommend starting from left to right as long as the element is only listed in once, and I'll explain more in class about tricks to balance more complicated chemical equations. But for right now, H is our first element listed, so we might as well start and count with that one. We have two H's on this side. On the other side of the arrow, we also have two H's. So our H's right now are balanced. Good. Next, our oxygen. We have two oxygens over here, and over here we have one. So our oxygens aren't balanced. Some people might be like, oh, well, we can just cross out this 2, and then we have one oxygen on both sides. No, we can't change the subscript. So we always will add more atoms. We will never reduce the number of atoms. So you can put a 2 out front over there, and that gives us two oxygens on this side, and that 2 goes to the entire molecule. It goes to the H as well as to the O. So now we have two oxygens on both sides. However, as I said, this is kind of a trial and error type of thing. So we had already balanced our H's, and we needed to balance O. We had to put a 2 out front. There weren't any other options. And by putting the 2 out front, yes, we've balanced our O's, but we have unbalanced our H's. Now we have 2 times 2. We have for a total of 4. That's multiplication. So if this was a 3, it would be 3 times 2. So we have a total of 4 H's on this side, and on this side we only have 2. That's alright. We can put a 2 out front there, so 2 times 2 gives us 4 H's and 4 H's, and now our H's are balanced. And we haven't done anything to change the balance of O's. So that is the basics of how you would balance a chemical equation.